Ever feel like life's this crazy, like, beautiful mess, but, like, deep down, you just know it's all going to work out?
Yeah.
Like some invisible force is putting it all together,
Right.
even when you're, like, knee-deep in chaos.
Mm.
We're diving into that today. This idea that everything is about to fall into place.
Ooh. Sounds pretty optimistic, right?
Yeah, I love that feeling, trusting the process,
Yeah.
even when it's messy. Like, the darkest hour is just before dawn. There's
Yeah.
actually, like, scientific backing for this chaos to order thing.
Okay, spill the tea. I am so ready.
Have you heard of chaos theory?
I have.
It's this mathematical idea
Yeah.
about how random events can lead to, like, patterns and order
Okay.
over time, of course, like those butterfly effect diagrams where
Yeah.
one tiny change can have a huge impact.
Oh, wow. I took a class on chaos theory in college,
Oh, wow.
but it went so over my head.
It's pretty complex.
Can you, like, break it down?
Okay, so imagine a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
At first, the pieces are everywhere.
Right. Total mess. But as you connect them, even random ones,
Yeah.
a picture emerges.
Oh, okay.
It's the same with life. Those chaotic moments, challenges, setbacks,
Yeah.
they might actually be leading to something amazing.
So those plot twists in movies that seem crazy,
Yes.
but make the ending better.
Exactly. Life rarely goes according to plan.
Ugh, tell me about it.
And those twists are what shape us,
Hmm.
and lead to growth. There's research on this. People who adapt to change
Huh.
and are open to new things tend to be happier, more resilient.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
If you cling to one outcome,
Yeah.
you might miss out on,
Mhm.
like, cool opportunities.
Right. Like that saying, sometimes you got to lose your way to find your path. It's about surrender, trusting there's a bigger plan.
Okay, but how do we actually do this chaos to order thing in our lives?
Right.
Because, let's be real, sometimes it's just stressful.
It definitely can be. I think it starts with shifting our perspective.
Oh.
Not seeing challenges as failures, but as chances to grow and learn, like those almost there moments.
Yeah, don't get me started on almost there.
Yeah.
Like the universe is messing with us.
But those near misses are actually valuable. They make us refine our strategies,
Okay.
build resilience, and become more determined. Some of the most successful people
Yeah.
faced tons of setbacks before they made it.
It's true. Like J.K. Rowling,
Right.
rejected by so many publishers before Harry Potter.
Exactly. So those almost there moments are testing our commitment.
Hmm.
There's research on this too. People are most motivated when they're close to a goal,
Wow, really?
even if it doesn't feel like it at the time.
It's like that final stretch of a marathon
Right.
when you can see the finish line,
Yeah.
but your legs are like, nope. It's that last push
Yes.
that shows your strength.
Exactly. But what about when it feels like we're running a marathon with no finish line?
Ugh, yes. All the time.
That's where mindset comes in. This source talks about energy shaping reality.
Okay, hold on. Some people are all about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Others think it's total BS. Where do you stand?
I think a healthy dose of skepticism is good. There's no scientific consensus that thoughts manifest reality,
Right.
but our mindset impacts our actions, and that affects our outcomes.
So it's not wishing things into existence,
Right.
but being positive and proactive.
Yes.
So you actually take steps to get what you want.
Exactly. Think about it. When you're optimistic,
Yeah.
you're more likely to see opportunities, take risks, connect with the right people. It's like what you focus on expands.
I like that. So good vibes and taking action.
Exactly. And even if you don't fully buy into the law of attraction,
Yeah.
a little positivity and gratitude can't hurt.
Yeah, okay. I'm into that. Sprinkle in some gratitude. But how do we keep it that positive mindset
Yeah.
when life throws curveballs?
Right. That's where small changes come in. This source emphasizes consistency.
Okay.
Small actions over time can have a big impact.
Like Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. There's research on the compounding effect of habits,
Right.
like investing a small amount of money regularly.
Yeah.
Over time, with compound interest, it grows.
Oh, I see. So you don't need a huge epiphany.
Right.
Just start with any small step,
Yes,
and those will add up to something bigger.
absolutely. It's about those small actions aligned with your golden values, knowing they'll create a ripple effect of positive change.
That's really empowering. We have the power
Yeah.
to shape our reality.
Yeah. One small step at a time. And sometimes
Okay.
those small changes lead to unexpected, delightful things, those
Wow.
serendipitous moments.
Oh, I love those. Like the universe is giving you a wink.
Yes. Keep going. You're on the right track.
Yeah.
This source talks a lot about surrendering control, letting unplanned events happen, trusting that sometimes the best things in life are the ones we least expect.
Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Exactly. So how can we be more open to those moments? We get so caught up in our to-do lists that we miss them.
All the time.
I think it starts with being curious, open to new things, stepping outside your comfort zone, saying yes to things that excite you, trusting that sometimes those unexpected paths are the most fulfilling.
It's like taking the scenic route instead of the highway. Might hit a few detours,
Right.
but the journey is an adventure.
Exactly. And sometimes those detours lead us exactly where we're meant to be.
I love that. Like, the universe has a GPS guiding us
Even with a few wrong turns.
to our highest potential. But sometimes those wrong turns lead to facing our fears, feeling like we've hit rock bottom.
Definitely. That can happen. This source has a really interesting take on hitting rock bottom.
Okay, this should be good.
It might actually be a gift, a chance for huge transformation.
I'm going to need you to explain that one.
Yeah.
How can rock bottom be a gift?
It's not about, like, glorifying suffering.
Yeah.
It's realizing that even in dark times, there's opportunity for growth, learning, and resilience.
Okay.
Like the phoenix rising from the ashes.
Oh, okay.
It's recognizing that sometimes we need to break down to break through to something new. There's lots of research on resilience that shows this. People who face big setbacks, even rock bottom experiences, they often come out stronger, wiser, even more successful.
It's like those tough workouts.
Yeah.
That make you sore, but stronger.
Exactly. And it's not pretending those hard times didn't happen. It's acknowledging them, learning, and using them to grow.
Powerful. Turning what ifs into what nows.
Exactly. Taking ownership of our experiences, the good and the bad. Recognizing that even the toughest moments can serve a purpose.
Mind-blowing. Turning rock bottom into a launch pad.
Yeah. And a really powerful tool for navigating tough times and building resilience is gratitude.
Gratitude. We all know we should do it.
Right.
But it's so easy to forget.
It is. But the science behind it is amazing. Neuroscience research shows that practicing gratitude actually changes our brains.
Wait, what? It changes our brain chemistry.
It does. When we focus on the good things, even small things, it releases dopamine and serotonin, those feel-good chemicals.
So it's not just feeling good in the moment.
No.
It's lasting changes. Like rose-colored glasses, but real.
Exactly. And anyone can do it. You don't need any special skills.
Okay, sold. How do we get more gratitude in our lives?
One of the simplest ways is a gratitude journal. A few minutes each day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Could be anything.
Like a reminder to appreciate the good stuff, even if it's small.
Exactly. You can also bring it into conversations, express appreciation to people, or just notice the beauty around you.
Love that. Making gratitude a routine instead of an afterthought.
Exactly. The source also talks about intuition.
Oh, yes, that inner voice. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it screams, and we often ignore it.
It's not just some mystical thing. There's science behind it.
Okay, tell me more.
Cognitive science suggests it's our brain processing info quickly, making decisions based on experience, knowledge, even subconscious cues. It's like a shortcut.
Those aha moments when you have an insight but don't know how you got there.
Exactly. And sometimes our intuition's trying to tell us something important.
Okay.
But we dismiss it because it doesn't seem logical.
That feeling when you meet someone new.
Right.
And your gut says, danger.
Yeah.
But you ignore it because you don't want to be rude.
Exactly. And we often regret that later, so how do we learn to trust it?
Yeah, especially when the world tells us to be logical.
It takes practice. Being open to those subtle nudges.
Okay.
Sometimes it helps to create a quiet space. Meditation, mindfulness, or being in nature can quiet the mind. And let those insights come through.
Creating a safe space for your inner wisdom to speak.
Exactly. And one of the most powerful messages from this source
is that we are already on the right path. Even when it doesn't feel like it, we don't have to force things or control every outcome. We can trust that life is unfolding as it should. And we're exactly where we need to be.
That is so reassuring. Especially when you feel lost.
It is. It's a reminder that we don't need all the answers.
Right.
We can just trust the process, surrender to the flow, knowing we're being guided, even when it feels like we're going in circles.
So instead of constantly pushing, we can just surrender and trust.
Exactly. Breathe deeply and say, okay, universe, I trust you.
Yeah.
There's a great Lao Tzu quote, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished."
I love that. We don't have to rush, just trust the timing.
Exactly. And all these ideas, chaos theory, embracing uncertainty, mindset, intuition,
Yeah.
they all point to self-compassion.
Self-compassion. We all struggle with that.
We do.
But it's so important for happiness.
This source reminds us that we're enough, just as we are. We don't have to be perfect.
We're worthy of love.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Powerful stuff. And honestly, we could all use a little more of that.
Absolutely.
Should we take a moment to let this sink in and then come back for more mind-blowing ideas in part 2?
Let's do it. I can't wait to share the inspiring takeaway I have for our listeners.
Me too. I'm already feeling so much more at peace with the chaos.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, we'll be right back after a quick break.
I'm ready to dive back in.
Me too. My mind is buzzing with all these ideas about chaos and trust.
Yeah.
It's like learning to dance with the unknown. So before the break,
Right.
we're talking about self-compassion, especially during those rock-bottom moments. But how do we actually cultivate self-compassion, especially in a society that's all about being perfect?
It's tough, right? We're told to strive, achieve, perfect ourselves.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. What if instead of beating ourselves up,
Okay.
we treated ourselves like we'd treat a close friend?
It's like we're our own worst critics.
Exactly. That inner critic can be so loud. Ugh. Yeah.
That it drowns out any encouragement.
Mine's like a drill sergeant on a bad day. How do we quiet that down and boost self-compassion?
It takes practice,
Yeah.
but start by noticing that critic
Okay.
and challenging what it says instead of, "I'm not good enough."
Yeah.
Question it. Offer yourself support and realistic affirmations.
So a more balanced inner dialogue.
Exactly. Sometimes, imagine talking to a friend with the same problem.
Right?
Would you be harsh? No. You'd offer comfort.
It's true. We're way kinder to others
We are.
than to ourselves. We need to give ourselves that same grace.
And self-compassion doesn't make you weak or complacent.
Okay, good.
It actually makes you stronger. Research shows it's linked to better emotional well-being, less stress, and more motivation.
So it's about giving yourself the support you need to thrive.
Yes. And one powerful way to cultivate self-compassion is to connect with your intuition.
Intuition. We talked about it earlier, tapping into that inner guidance.
But how do you tell the difference between intuition and just random thoughts or fears?
It can be tricky, but intuition often feels calm, clear, aligned with your values.
Not that panicky voice that says you're not good enough?
No, that's usually fear. Intuition's more like a gentle nudge, a deep knowing.
Yeah.
It guides you towards what's truly good for you.
Okay. But how do you actually tune into it?
Right.
Sometimes it's whispering,
Right.
sometimes shouting,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what it's saying.
Like any skill, it takes practice. Create space for stillness,
Okay.
reflection, meditation, mindfulness, journaling, being in nature.
Those sacred pauses in our busy lives
Yes.
to listen to our hearts and guts.
Exactly. Slowing down, tuning in, trusting that inner voice,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't make sense logically.
And sometimes that voice tells you to make bold choices.
It does.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Embrace those unexpected twists and turns. They can challenge our beliefs.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Right.
What are some beliefs that hold us back from the magic of life unfolding?
There are so many. But one is thinking we need to have it all figured out
Oh my God.
before we can take action. Like, we need a perfect plan.
I am so guilty of that. I love a good plan.
But life's messy. There's no perfect plan.
True.
And if you wait for everything to be perfect,
Yeah.
you might wait forever.
So ready, fire, aim.
Yeah,
Trusting that you can adjust along the way.
exactly. It's taking that leap of faith.
Okay.
Knowing you'll figure it out as you go. Those imperfect actions can lead to breakthroughs you wouldn't have found otherwise.
That's so freeing. Permission to experiment, make mistakes, learn.
Exactly. Another belief that holds us back is, I'm not good enough.
Ugh, that voice.
It's self-doubt. It whispers, who are you to do this?
The worst. Like a constant saboteur.
But that voice is lying. We are all capable of amazing things, but we have to believe it.
So silence the critic and believe in yourself. But how do you do that when we're always focusing on flaws?
Shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. You have talents, strengths, experiences. Recognize your worth and embrace yourself, flaws and all.
I love that. Celebrating imperfections is part of what makes us unique.
Exactly. And those imperfections can lead to breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Think of happy accidents in art or science. A mistake
Right.
leads to something even better.
Like spilling coffee on a shirt.
Yes.
And accidentally creating a cool tie-dye design.
Exactly. Those happy accidents can lead you down amazing paths you never would have imagined. More fulfilling, more aligned with your purpose.
Like the universe saying, I've got something even better for you.
Exactly. And those paths can challenge our beliefs about what's possible.
Yeah.
Make us confront our limitations and expand our horizons. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Now you're talking. I love pushing boundaries, seeing what I can do. But let's be real.
Right.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is scary.
It is.
How do you face those fears and embrace the unknown?
Fear is normal, but it doesn't have to control us. It's often a sign that something great is coming, something transformative.
So fear is a signpost that you're on the right track.
Yes.
Even if it's scary.
Lean into the discomfort. Growth, expansion, and magic are on the other side.
This is inspiring. Permission to embrace chaos.
Right.
Trust the process and step into the unknown. But what about when you feel lost, confused, unsure which way to go? Like standing at a crossroads with a million paths.
That's a common feeling. There's no magic answer for making the right decision.
Right.
But connect with your intuition. Listen to that voice that says, this way.
So tune out all the noise.
Yes.
And listen to your heart.
Exactly. Trust your inner wisdom.
And sometimes that means making choices that don't make sense to anyone else.
It does.
But feel right to you.
Those unconventional choices often lead to the most amazing adventures.
It's like choosing to follow your bliss, even if it's a path less traveled.
Exactly. And those paths less traveled can really challenge us, push us to grow and expand in ways we never expected.
We've covered so much. Chaos theory to self-compassion.
Right.
Intuition to embracing the unknown. It's been a whirlwind.
It has. And they're all connected, pointing to one truth. We create our own reality.
Wow.
We can choose love, joy, fulfillment, even when things are tough.
Such a powerful message. And speaking of love and joy,
Yeah.
this source talks about gratitude. It feels connected to all these other ideas.
Gratitude is like the secret sauce. It amplifies everything else that makes life good. It's shifting focus from what you lack to what you have, seeing abundance even during challenges. And guess what? Research shows it rewires our brains for positivity.
Seriously, it's not just a feeling. It's changing our brains.
It is. When you focus on gratitude, it releases dopamine and serotonin, those feel-good chemicals. Over time, it gets easier to experience joy and resilience, even when things are hard.
Like rose-colored glasses, but real. How do we get more gratitude in our lives?
A gratitude journal. Every day, write down a few things you're grateful for, anything big or small.
A reminder to appreciate the good stuff.
Exactly. You can also talk about things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Express appreciation to people. Just notice the beauty around you.
Make gratitude a part of everything.
Exactly. When you have a grateful heart, it's like you're saying to the universe, more, please.
I like that. Attracting abundance just by focusing on what you already have.
And gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the hard stuff.
Yeah.
It's about shifting your perspective, seeing that even in tough times, there's always something to be thankful for.
Like even the darkest nights will end and the sun will rise.
Exactly. That hope and gratitude can give you strength to keep going.
This is amazing. We've just scratched the surface.
It's a deep topic, and all these ideas, chaos, uncertainty, mindset, intuition, gratitude, they all point to trusting the process.
Trusting the process.
Yes.
Letting go of control.
Yes.
Surrendering to the flow of life. Knowing that even challenges are part of a bigger plan.
Exactly. Have faith that even when it's messy, you're being guided towards what's best for you.
Taking leaps of faith, embracing the unknown, trusting that even if you stumble, you'll find your way back.
And this idea of trusting the process makes me think about rest and rejuvenation.
Oh, yes. The ultimate self-care.
But we often sacrifice it when we're stressed.
So true.
More and more research is showing how important it is for our well-being. Physical, mental, emotional. It's not just sleep. It's doing things that nourish you, give you energy, spark creativity.
So things that make you feel alive.
Exactly. Nature, reading, music, a long bath. A good conversation, creating something, dancing, playing, whatever lights you up.
Giving yourself permission to play.
Exactly. And it's not just indulging yourself.
Okay.
It's an investment in your well-being.
So it's not selfish to take time for yourself.
Yeah, not at all. It helps you show up better in the world. When you're rested, you're more creative, productive, resilient.
Okay, I like that. But how do you make time for it
Right.
when life is so busy? There's never enough time.
It's tough. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness.
We do.
But we need to challenge that, create a more balanced approach.
So setting boundaries, prioritizing yourself,
Yes.
saying no to things that drain you.
Exactly. Create a life that feels spacious and nourishing.
Revolutionary.
Yeah,
Permission to slow down, breathe, recharge.
exactly. And when you prioritize rest,
Yeah.
it not only benefits you,
Okay.
but also everyone around you.
It's like the oxygen mask on an airplane.
Exactly. Take care of yourself so you can help others.
Such a good point. We get so caught up
We do.
that we forget to take care of ourselves.
Right. When you make time for rest,
Yeah.
you give yourself presence, clarity, energy, and that benefits everyone. And all this talk about rest and rejuvenation leads to surrender.
Surrender. That's a big word. It sounds like giving up.
I know, but it has a different meaning in personal growth.
Okay.
It's not about weakness. It's recognizing that we don't have to control everything.
So letting go and trusting that the universe has a plan.
Exactly. Surrender to the flow, knowing even challenges are part of it.
Let go and let God.
Yes. And sometimes the hardest things to let go of
Yeah.
are our expectations.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm all about expectations.
When we hold on too tight,
Yeah.
we create suffering. We try to force things, and then we're disappointed when it doesn't work out.
So let go and let life happen.
Exactly. Trust that the universe has a plan.
Okay.
That's way more amazing than anything you could imagine.
Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. But how do you practice surrender?
It's a state of being. Notice when you're clinging to an outcome,
Right.
trying to force things. Feel that tension, resistance.
Like those feelings mean you're trying to control too much.
Yes. Then practice letting go.
But how? It's not exactly an action.
There are lots of ways. Acknowledge what you can't control
Okay.
and give it to a higher power.
Okay, universe, you got this.
Exactly. And sometimes surrender is taking action.
Okay.
The action that feels aligned with what's best for you,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't make sense logically.
So inspired action in the flow.
Yes. And surrender opens up space for miracles.
Miracles. I love it. Letting go of control opens up possibilities.
Exactly. You create space for the universe to work its magic in ways you couldn't imagine.
When one door closes, another one opens.
Exactly. And sometimes that new door leads to something even better.
Like the universe is always guiding you toward what's best,
Yes.
even when you mess up.
This idea of surrender makes me think about simply being.
Simply being. It sounds amazing, but also kind of radical.
It is. Our culture is all about doing and achieving.
True.
But what if we just allowed ourselves to be present,
Yeah.
to enjoy the simple things?
You're shifting from doing to being, striving to appreciating.
Exactly. Recognizing that you're worthy just as you are, not because of what you do.
That's so freeing.
It is. And when you just allow yourself to be,
Yeah.
creativity, inspiration, and joy can flow.
Like those daydreams or walks in nature.
Yes.
When you suddenly have a great idea.
Those moments of pure being are powerful. Create those pockets of stillness to let your mind wander.
Nature's great for that.
The ultimate teacher of presence. When you're in nature,
Yeah.
you're surrounded by beauty, wonder, a sense of connection.
Like looking at the stars.
Right?
Or listening to the ocean. All your worries disappear.
Those moments are so grounding. They remind us that we're part of something bigger.
It's beautiful. Reconnecting with our true nature.
Yeah.
Remembering that we're all part of something amazing. And that leads us to slowing down.
Slowing down. It sounds so nice,
It does.
but also scary in our fast-paced world.
Oh, yeah.
We're always told to do more, faster, better.
True.
What if instead we slowed down, savored the simple things,
Yeah.
truly experienced each moment?
Shifting from quantity to quality, from rushing to being present.
Exactly. A more mindful way of living.
Okay.
Being present in your body, connected to your senses.
Like when you really savor every bite of a delicious meal.
Yes. Or being fully present in a conversation.
Right.
Listening and responding with genuine connection.
That's like giving yourself the gift of presence.
Exactly. And slowing down doesn't just benefit you.
Okay.
It also allows creativity, inspiration, and connection to flow.
It's like those aha moments on a walk.
Exactly. Slowing down and being present is when those often happen. It's not just about leisure time. It's about bringing intention and presence to everything.
Slowing down your thoughts, actions, reactions.
Yes. Cultivate a mindful approach to life.
That's powerful, like a rebellion against hustle culture.
It is. And it's not about being lazy.
Yeah.
It's about a sustainable, fulfilling way of life.
Finding that balance between effort and ease, striving and allowing.
Exactly. A life that feels balanced, spacious, and aligned with your values.
It's not a luxury, it's essential.
And slowing down leads to contentment.
Contentment. It sounds so peaceful.
It is.
But hard to find in a world that's all about more, more, more.
We're told to buy more, achieve more, experience more, to be happy.
Like a hunger that never goes away.
But true contentment comes from within.
So it's not about what you have.
No.
It's how you feel about it.
Exactly. It's a state of mind, peace, and satisfaction, regardless of what's happening around you.
But how do you get that when you're constantly told you need more?
Recognize those messages are just marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep you buying and striving. Be aware of how consumerism affects you.
Okay.
And then create a more conscious relationship with stuff.
So focus on what you have.
Yes.
Appreciate the abundance that's already there.
You already have everything you need to be happy.
But what about dreams and goals?
Right.
Does contentment mean giving up on those?
No. It's about pursuing them from a place of peace and fulfillment, not lack.
Enjoying the journey, not just the destination.
Exactly. Find joy in the process.
It's so powerful. Cultivating happiness instead of chasing it.
And contentment creates a strong foundation for everything else.
Like building on solid ground.
When you're content, you're more grounded.
Yeah.
More resilient.
Contentment isn't just nice, it's essential.
And all this talk about contentment brings us to connection and community.
Oh, so important.
Yeah.
But in our busy world,
right,
it's easy to feel isolated.
We value independence, but we're wired for connection. We thrive in community.
So we meet each other.
We do. We need to feel seen, heard, understood, to belong, to have purpose, to know we're not alone.
Okay, but how do you make those connections when life is so full?
It doesn't have to be complicated. It's the small things that remind us we're connected.
Acts of kindness, shared laughter, real conversations.
Yes. Smile at someone, help a neighbor, really listen when someone's talking. Those little things add up.
Wow, we've explored so much in this deep dive. Embracing chaos, cultivating contentment, trusting intuition, surrender. It's like a journey of self-discovery.
It has been, and it's all connected, pointing to one truth. We have the power to create a life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy, even when things are tough.
It's like we've been given this amazing toolbox for life.
Exactly. And as we wrap up, let's go back to the idea that everything is about to fall into place.
Okay.
It's a beautiful message, but it doesn't mean just waiting for things to magically happen.
So no sitting back and expecting the universe to do everything.
Right. It's about being an active participant. Take action, trust your gut, embrace challenges, knowing they're guiding you.
Surrender and effort, trusting and taking action.
Exactly. We shape our reality, but also surrender to the bigger picture. Trusting that even when things go off plan, there's a reason.
We plan, God laughs.
Yes. Sometimes the most magical things happen when we let go of our expectations and embrace the unexpected.
Those serendipitous moments that lead you where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. And they often happen when we're open, curious, and trusting.
So being like a kid again, following your heart.
Yes. As we finish, I want to leave you with this. What if everything I ask falling into place, even if it doesn't seem like it? What if those challenges, setbacks, detours are leading you to something amazing?
It's like shifting from fear to possibility.
Exactly. And that shift can be so freeing. You don't have to control everything.
Right.
Just enjoy the ride.
Like a cosmic permission slip to relax and trust.
And that trust can be so empowering. You have the strength, resilience, creativity to handle anything.
This is so inspiring. We're not alone. There's something guiding us.
Yeah.
And even in chaos, everything is working out for our good.
Beautifully said. Take a moment to connect with that trust. Breathe deeply. Feel the peace and possibility.
Let's all breathe and soak it in. Remember, even when it's messy, trust that the pieces are falling into place.
Embrace the unknown, the magic. Keep taking those bold steps. You're braver than you think, stronger than you seem, more capable than you know.
You deserve all the love, joy, and abundance life has to offer. Now go make some magic.